As we know that we have a patch mapping for partially update. So let me create one API patch mapping, and here what we are going to do, let me open the postman. So in the postman, when we are going to post, okay, or we are going to put, so what we did in the body, we have to pass all the field whatever we are going to update. So in the case of the post, I will run this. Okay, run this program. Let me comment this first. Okay, we already did the post mapping on the ad, so let me run this. 901. Okay, so this will store in our DB. Okay, let me show you department ID1, make it get. So this is fine for you, right? In the post, we are sending whole body inside the our request, like department name, department address, and department code. But in the case of patching, currently we have 3 attributes, right, in a request. But in the future, like in any application, or let's suppose in the case of the CMS, content management system, let's suppose I'm creating one blog application. Okay, there we have to we have a title, okay, title of blog, we have a description of blog, then we have a content of blog, then we have a author of blog. So in the case, like, content can be 800 word, 1000 word, it will be the possibility, like, right? So the length of the content will be the large or small, whatever author is writing, it depend on that. Description will be the small description, a title is a small, author is a small content. So like if we are using the post, so every time we have to pass all these things, right? And if there will be more attributes, then that also things we have to send in the parameter or in the request, we will say. So like it will make our payload heavy, right? Whenever we will use the post, we have to send everything there, we cannot skip any attribute there. And let's suppose after saving my data, I want to change only the author name, okay, and I want to send the only author name, but for changing the author name I have to send all these data, right, which is the unnecessary data. I don't want to update them, but I have to send in my payload. That is the difference between the post or put, whatever you will say, and patching. That's why patching will introduce to, if I want to change only author, so I will send only the author in the payload. I will not send any other data with the request. So that we will see today. So patching, and what we are going to do, let me create an update. Then we can say, and ID we have to pass, so ID, and let's suppose for the department I am passing the department name. Okay, we are going to change only the department name, we are not we will not pass other thing. So for this, like public department update department with ID, okay, and here I'm just using the path variable, id long id, and again path variable department name string name. Okay, then inside it we will just return department service dot, let me copy this and pass the id comma name. Department name, and let me create this method in a service. So in the service there is a department, and here we are going to for updating, firstly we need a data of that particular id, department id. So firstly we will find the data. So department is equal to the repository department repository dot find by department id we have. Okay, id. So after that we have a means we are passing the id, and by this id we will fetch first the department detail of that particular id. So after getting the department detail, what we are going to change? Department name. So department dot set name, and here we will pass the department name. Okay, and then after we will just return department repository dot save, and here we will use the save the department. So when I will rerun this, okay, go in the controller update. So let me store first some data, add post, let me store the data. Okay, let me check the data. Okay, now we are going to update slash this is the patch mapping, right? Patch mapping, and none update 1. Then we are going to pass the department name. So department name, firstly it is a Java puzzle, so I'm just sending the 7, and when I click on the send, it will change here. Okay, only 7 is changed, and let me check this change or not. So yeah, it's changed. So now there will be the one question, like that means we are okay, for the department name we did our patching, but in the case of only if I need to change the department, okay, department address, then we have to create one another patch mapping, generalized patching. Update, only update slash, okay, and public department update department with, here we will use the map. Okay, and inside it there will be one id and one more thing. We have to pass the id, okay. And here the path variable is id. We are going to generalize our patch mapping, so whatever we will pass in the request, that will be the update. So for this, like we have to pass request body, and inside it we are not using any entity, we are using the map. Okay, and map will be the object type, because we don't this key can be the string, but this will be the object. Currently I'm using the object for the code. So yeah, then after, let me return the department service dot update department with map. Here pass the ID and okay. Let me create method. So in the method, okay, so what we are doing here, using the repository, department repository. Then after we are using this like object map. In an object map we are passing whatever we are passing in the body. Okay, so this will be the key, this will be the value. So the key and value is there. Then after, we are using the reflection util. It is used for the fetching for this particular key. Okay, for all the field it is fetching for this particular key from this map. Then it will create a set accessible true, field set accessible true. Then we will just just convert in a what we can say, this is the conversion of our field value into the department class. So then after, we just save this department. So after this, what will happen in the department is done. So what will happen here, let me run this. Okay, let's add. So it's saved. Okay, now let me show you it's working or not. Yeah, it's working. Now let's move in the patch now. So in the patch we are passing the ID here and there will be the date. Okay, we are passing the ID. Now if I will only use this department name. I just remove this and make it as a Savan Kumar. When I click on it, so you will see only department name is changed. We didn't need any department address or department code. Okay, now I will remove this and I will change only these two, department address and department name. So Savan KRR, and currently it's Delhi, so Noida. When I send it, so you will see the department and department address is changed. So by using this, we can generalize. Now what will happen, like if we want to update only one thing, so in the body we will send only name. If we want to change the name and address both, we don't want to change the code, that you can also pass like only those parameters you have to pass what you want to update. You don't need to pass whole payload there. So this is the advantage of the patch mapping. So now before moving in the paging and sorting, and someone know about the annotation post construct API, department API, we have only one row and we don't want to only one row. We don't want to use this. We cannot understand with the sorting and paging concept on the only one record. So we have 100 record here, right? we are going to consume this API. Enter record. Let me copy this. And now we are going to consume this API and store in our DB. Open. And here I'm just add the open theme. Okay. Store this. What we have to firstly copy? Firstly, we have to copy this Spring Cloud version. Guys, my screen is visible, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just paste here. Okay. Then other thing we have to copy. We have to copy this open theme. And another thing we have to copy this dependency management. After that, just run this. Okay, so our dependency is 10. Then our next step is we have to enable the Fiend client. Okay, our this part is also completed. Then we have to create one Fiend class. Okay, so I'm just creating one Fiend class here. Fiend dot department mock Fiend. Okay, then after we have to annotate it with a Fiend client annotation. Fiend client annotation. And inside it we have to firstly give the name. Name should be anything, whatever we want to give. Department mock. Then we have to pass the URL here, and here like for the URL you can use the application.yml, or you can directly pass the URL here. Okay, whatever you want to do you can do, but the best practice is to use through the application.yml, which I already did here. But like, let me change the oh notepad I closed. Okay, okay, so I pasted here, and just use the dollar curly braces and give the name label client mock API and department. Client mock API dot department. Okay. After that, like this URL, what it will return if we will run this. So you will see it will return the object of department, right? So here we are using the get mapping blank here in a YML. Okay, yeah, we didn't add the slash. Okay, so here we have a public list of department, and we can give any name like find all department mock. And it should be interface, right? So our free setup is done. Now we have to consume this. Okay, so let's come in the service part, and we will consume this. But data control. Just missing one thing. Yeah, in the service. Okay, so now we are using this post construct annotation. What is a post construct annotation? Like something which we have to do before running our application. We want to load some resources, we want to do some configuration. That thing we can be do in the post construct annotation. Okay guys, so like in our case we are using the S2 database. Okay, and whenever I will run my program, that data will be the deleted. So every time when I rerun my program, that time I have to save some data first before moving another operation. So what we will do, we will store all these data whenever we will run our program, all this data in our DB. So here post construct, and here we can give any name like public void init db. and here we have to just firstly we have to auto our field mock class here. Okay, because we are going to use here. So department, right? Private department mapping and department mapping. Okay, and after that we just use the list of department list is equal to, here we have to use mapping dot find all department mock. So now we have all the details in this object, okay, from the API, mock API. Dot save or save all. So save one entity, then we are using the save, and when we want to save multiple entity in a one time, then we are using the save all. So firstly department list parsing. So what we did, we firstly fetch all the department mock list and using the fiend client, and then we will save in our database using the repository. So if I will run this program, let me run this again. And now if I will check this, so you will see we have a okay, so we are doing one more thing, like here we are creating generalize. If you want to do some generalization, then we will use the generics. Okay, so DTO to API this forms. Okay, and here we are going to use like int record count, and another thing we are using t response. Okay, and here data and all our constructor and constructor. Okay, it is here. Yeah, t. Okay, so this t is a generic here. Okay, we are generalized the thing, like whatever we will pass in the parameter, string, integer or any custom class, that will come here also. Okay, so t is a generalized, it's not a type of anything, it is a whatever we will pass here, that will be the variable here. Okay. So after that let me use this. So firstly go in the service class, service, yeah, here in the service, let me create. Now we have all the data in our DB, like we can be use the pagination and sorting here. So now this pagination and sorting we are going to implement now. Okay, so firstly we are going to use API response, and here this type of data we are going to get here, list of department. So when I pass the list of department, that means here also there is a list of department, and here also will be the list of department. Okay, so here we are going to use list of department here. Okay, and then find all department. I'm audible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Find
Yes,
all
sir.
okay. Find all department, and here we'll use like list of department. And here we will use the department repository dot find all, and we will just return new API response published. So in the API response, what we are passing, first one is a record count, and second one is the response, right? So here we will pass the department list dot size and department list. Okay, and the same changes we have to do in our controller. Let me close all the controller. So in this I have to change it to find all list and make it change as a API response. This one. Okay, let me run the program. So it's run. Okay, it's completed. Now if I will run this, so you will see our record count is here and response is coming here, right? Am I clear here, guys? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we are going to implement our sorting first. Okay, so firstly in our service class, okay, in the service, now we are going to implement the sorting first. So sorting. Okay, so let me create public API response, and we are going to use the list of department. Find department with sorting. Okay, and here in the sorting, like we are going to pass the like we have a department ID, department name, department address, department code. So in which attribute we want to sort, that we will pass there. So here we will going to pass the string filled, and inside it we have to use like Okay, department list is equal to department repository dot find all, and here you will see like find all, and other one is a find all with a sort, right? So we are going to use find all with a sort. So here we are going to use sort, and here when I click on it you will see by. Okay, and we are using the first one, so sort by, and here we are going to pass we can use this field directly. Okay, if I am using the field directly, so it will be sort our data in ascending order. If we want to sort in a descending order, that time we have to add here direction, and here you will see ascending and descending. So currently we are using the ascending. By default is also ascending, but for you guys, like if you want to use the descending, so just change it to descending. Then these things are completed, so now just return and new API response, and here department list dot size and department list. Okay, our service is completed. Let's move in a controller and make one API for this. So let me create one API. It's a get mapping, and here for the differentiation I am using the sort here and pass the field. Okay, and just public API response and list of department we are going to return. Okay, and find all department with sorting, and inside it using the path variable we are going to pass a field and string field, and here we just return and call the service dot find all with sorting and pass the field. Okay, let's rerun the program. Okay, let's run sort. So department sort slash let me department address. Okay, so when I send it, so you will see like our department address is started with A now. Okay, if I want to sort with the department name, I pass here, and here you will see the record is sorted as per the department name. If I will pass the department ID, so you will you will see the department ID is sorted. So guys, you clear like how you can implement the sorting thing. Now let's move to the pagination part. Okay, so in the pagination there is a two keyword. First one is offset, and another one is a page size or page number, like this one. When I click on this drop down, so it will show me 5, 10, 15, something, some number. If I will select the 10, then 10 record will shown here. Okay, if I will click 5, so 5 record will show in a single view. So this is a page size. Okay, and offset is like when I currently it's a 1. Okay, when I click on the next it will be the 2 or 3, so that will be the offset. Clear, guys? What is the offset and what is the page size, because that is important for the implementing the pagination. So are you guys clear with the difference between the offset and page size? Just give me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move in the pagination. So firstly, let me create okay, we are in the service. So let me create public, copy this, find department with pagination. In here we have to pass the offset and page size. Okay, and there and one more thing, like when we are using the pagination, at that time there is returning not a list type of object, it will return the page type of object, page, which is coming from this data domain. Okay, so here firstly I have to page and department, then there is department page, object dot find all, and in the find all here you will see, like in here in the find all we see that sort by sort is there, right? And here find all, so here you will see there is a 3, one is with a sort, one with a blank, and third one is with using the pageable, right? So we are using this one. So here in a pageable, so we will use page request. Okay, page request dot off, and here we are just pass the offset and page number, page size. Okay, it will return a page of department, which is a list of department or page of department in the case of the pagination we will see. So just return and new API response. So here in the case of the list we are using the size, but in the case of page we have to use department page dot get size. Okay, and just pass the department page. Okay, now let's move in the controller, and here let me create one API, another API, get mapping, and slash page. Here we have to pass the offset, then we have to pass the page number or page size. Okay, then public API response, and that will return a page of department. Okay, yeah, so find all department with paging, and here we have to pass path variable and pass the offset here. Offset we can use int, we don't need to long here, so int offset path variable and page size, page size. Okay, so now we have to just consume the method of service. So department service dot find department with pagination, and here we will pass the offset and pass the page size. That's it. Let me run the program. Okay, it's running. So like the page, and our offset is 0 and 0, and page size I want to show 5. Okay, when I click on the send, code is 5. When I make it a 10, page size is a 10 and 1, so it will start with the 11, right? 11 to 20. There's other thing, other more values are here, but for you guys these are the important thing. Okay, so now you guys know that what is the offset, what is the page size. Okay, so now one thing is there, like there will be the scenario where we want to implement the paging and sorting both in a same API, right? Currently we are doing the sorting and paging, both are in a different API. Now let's create one more API where we will use the pagination and sorting both. Okay, so let me sort and pass the field. Okay, and copy this one also, and paging and sorting. Okay, copy this one. Okay, this down. Path variable, we have to pass the field also here, right? Field, and this is string field. Okay, and pass here field. Okay, and let me create with sorting. Let me create this method. Okay, and here what we have to firstly because we are using the pagination, so it will return the page of department. Okay, and here department page, and the one thing we have to do, we have to just copy this let me copy this, paste here. What we have to do next, we have to just add here page request, and here we have to use with sort. Okay, and here we have to pass our logic of sorting. And pass here. Okay, now I will run the program. Okay, so pagination and page and sort and I'm just using the department address. So last time we run the program is 11 jewelry, this is this, and when I click on the send, so you will see the record is now different, right? And it is in a ascending order of the department address, right?